You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kinda like a fire, like a fire, like a fire. Unpredictable, so original.
It's like crazy because that's how they learn, so they're passing it down to us, and that's how we learn to hate our bodies, because the women that raised us hate their bodies too.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. Like, they hate their bodies. You hear them saying, oh, I'm not wearing a bikini, I have too much stomach for that. Or I remember, I don't know if it was my mom or one of my aunts, they would say, just because they make it in your size doesn't mean you need to wear it.
Damn, that's harsh.
And I remember, I bet if you went back into my Twitter archives, I've tweeted that at some point because I grew up hearing that.
That's so...
Just because they make a crop top in your size doesn't mean you need to wear it. Or belly shirts aren't for people with bellies. Wow. I remember hearing that.
It's just like so...
growing up.
So sad to think about that.
Hello everyone, it is Edyn and I am here to answer your questions I asked on Instagram. I finally hit 10K. If you're not following me, I'd love to have you as part of my Instagram fam so that you can be a part of future Q&As. But I have the answers to your questions, and let's just jump into it. What made you pick dance and yoga over other types of exercise? What's the best way to start off? I picked dance and yoga over other types of exercise, which I do other types. She said do. This is 30. I do other types of exercise. I love HIIT. I do body boss. I do a lot of body boss workouts. I do body pump. I do body combat. So I like group fitness. Yoga and dance are just the ones that I enjoy the most. And I feel like the key to starting and staying dedicated to movement is to find joy in it. Don't do shit you hate until you have the things you love. I mean, there are some things that I do that I don't like that much, but I think finding joy in movement is really important, and just doing what you can, not going in with expectations that, oh, you're gonna be able to do every single move and keep up 100%, which you may be able to. That's totally achievable for some people, but just going, trying, and finding what you love. So try lots of different things, and then the things that make you smile and that you feel the best afterwards from doing, those are the ones that you should keep doing. What is the best way to go vegan and not feel sick? So I feel like this is coming from all of the ex-vegan drama. I don't want to call it drama, but all of the ex-vegan stuff happening lately, and I want to tread lightly because I feel like every body is different, and there are certain things that people are willing to do for optimal health that other people may not be willing to do. Like, I'm willing to supplement and, you know, do what I need to do to fill any potential nutritional gaps, but not everyone is. And, you know, when a diet starts to feel hard and you don't feel good, some people just don't like things that are hard, you know? But how I'd say to go vegan and not feel sick is to do whatever you're doing now. I think that a lot of people get caught up in veganism over health and health promises, and they end up making this big change, and it's like super drastic, complete like 360, 180, whichever one of those is right, from what you were doing before. But I say do exactly what you're doing now. So if you have tacos every week, make tacos vegan. So just sub ground beef for crumbles, and do the same exact thing that you're doing now, so that it doesn't feel like this huge change. You're still just living your life the way that it was, but with a few substitutions. And then if you want to make any dietary change, it'll be like just like before. So if before you're like, oh, I'm gonna do low carb, you just want a little bit low carb, it would be the same thing on vegan diet. So I feel like that's the way that I've been able to go vegan and stay vegan, is I didn't make giant changes. I just lived my life the same way I was living it before, in a vegan way. And always like check with your doctor, make sure that your levels of all your vitamins and things are good. I do that once a year. I've never had any issues in the past almost 6 years. So I don't know, I guess that's my advice. Not like you should, but are you losing weight? You seem to eat so healthy. No, I'm not losing weight. A lot of people have thought that I'm losing weight lately. I think it's just the camera angle. I eat healthy because it makes me feel good. I try to live very intentionally, and I intentionally eat things that fuel me because I do a lot of active things, and I eat things that I like when I want to, but I don't eat a whole lot of processed junk. I know people hate the word junk food, but I don't eat a lot of things like that because they make my stomach hurt, and I don't like feeling like shit. So I avoid feeling like shit by eating relatively healthy. How do you deal with hair loss when initially going vegan? I did not lose my hair when I went vegan. So if you are losing your hair, I would probably see your practitioner to see what might be causing that hair loss. I do not think that that's a normal thing, nor should it be something you should expect on a vegan diet. I did lose some hair, not because of veganism to my knowledge, but it was because I lost a very large amount of weight in a very short time. So my body was under extreme distress. It coincided around the time that I went vegan, but it was at the very end of my weight loss, which is what my doctor says is the reason for my hair loss, was dropping an extreme amount of weight makes you lose hair. Very similar to like postpartum hair loss. Happens to a lot of weight loss patients as well because they lose weight so quickly. That's what my hair loss was from. But to my knowledge, you should not be losing your hair. Talk to your doctor, see why that might be happening. There may be some gap somewhere that you can supplement to work that out. What's the next major goal you would like to achieve by the end of the year? I would really like to host a yoga retreat. I want to do that really bad, but I need to get on it because I want people to be able to save for it and all of that stuff. I don't want it to be outrageously expensive, so I'm trying to find a good retreat center, but that's my next goal, is retreat. What's your favorite time of the year? It depends where I am. In Texas, it's the spring because the summer is oh too hot. In California, it's the summer if I'm not in the valley. So anything warm. I'm a water baby, so if I can be in the pool or in the ocean, I like weather that supports that. Keep being great. Thank you. I will try my best. I love your positive attitude and demeanor. Ever thought about traveling and speaking in schools? I actually used to when I was at my corporate job. I don't any longer. I've been working on doing more public speaking, not in schools, but other places. As an Austinite myself, what's your favorite vegan restaurant in ATX? I don't know that I have a favorite, honestly. I feel like there are good items at every vegan restaurant in Austin, but I don't know that any. I guess I'd pick Bistro Vanish because they really, really try with their menu. It's really good. If you had to give up kombucha or Four Sigmatic, what would... You're rude. What would it be? Sorry, LOL, love you. Damn. Oh, I hate hypotheticals. It just feels real. Kombucha. Four Sig. I guess I'd give up kombucha. But that fizzy deliciousness. I guess I'd give up kombucha because I could still have like sparkling water with apple cider vinegar and a little bit of herbal tea, and I'd get that same feeling and that probiotic amazingness. Kombucha. Who is your favorite worship leader at the moment? By the way, love you, girl. Love you too. Lauren Gatch, 100%. Jesus Only You is like on repeat in my house right now, and she's just so humble and so beautiful, and she still sings at her church, and she has a beautiful family. I just love her. How do you get body confident? I wish I was, but I can't love my body. Not with that attitude, you can't. It's all about attitude, shifting your perspective and realizing your worth doesn't lie in your weight. Like, you cannot wait on your weight to be happy. You have to choose that shit right now. And I'm not gonna give you the sugar-coated version like a lot of other body positive girls will. If you're unhappy, it's your fault. Like 100%, you get to choose how to live your life. And if you are choosing to live it hating your body and not reaching your full potential and not going for the things that you love, and not honoring and respecting yourself enough to love your body, that's you. Like, even if people have said things to you and like they've become like rooted in you and you start to believe that that's who you are, you can't worry about what other people say. It's your job to unlearn the bullshit you've been fed. And I don't know, now that the older I get, I feel like my mom says it all the time because she's a plus size lady too, and she's like, suck it up. You're either gonna live your life happy or you're gonna live your life miserable. You get to pick. And if you keep saying you can't, okay, you can't. With that attitude, you're just gonna be miserable. So I think you have to get fed up enough with your own bullshit that you overcome. Like, that's just how I feel. And also, I have self-love coaching, so you can head to my website if you want like to do some one-on-one things, and we can figure it out. Like, I'm not just saying figure it out on your own. Like, I'll help you figure out what's going on, but you have to be willing to like be like, this is enough. I'm not gonna live my life hating myself. Anyhow, next. What inspired you to become vegan? I have my vegan story. You can head there, but short story. I feel like God put us here to care for animals and care for the environment and care for this land that he gave us. And the way that we currently go about getting our food isn't how he intended it to be. Do I believe 100% that God doesn't want us to eat animals? Initially, I think he didn't. Obviously, he changed the rules somewhere along the way, but I do know he wouldn't agree with factory farming. So that's where my heart is when it comes to veganism. I know other people are like for the ethics. And I guess to some people, I technically be plant-based because I am not vegan for the animals. I don't even love animals that much. I mean, I think they're really cute and all, but like, that's not why I'm vegan. Honestly, I'm more concerned about climate change right now. And I know animal agriculture is a big part of that, but that is my main concern. How much do you spend on groceries per week? Usually about $35 to $40. I used to be on a budget and it was like really around $30, and it does vary. Like, if I have to buy protein powder that week, then my budget is higher because protein powder is pretty expensive, but it lasts you through a few shops. So I feel like it usually evens out to $35, $40. What do you think of one meal a day? I don't. I don't think of any of this weird diet culture stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's weird because I'm sure it works for some people. I just don't focus on those kind of things. Like, people always tell me you should do keto, you should do OMAD. I don't think about those things. Sometimes I do only eat one meal a day, but that's not like my lifestyle. I haven't researched it enough to have like an educated answer. What's your biggest dream in life? Just to make Jesus proud. How's the boy? Oh, my honey bear, I love him. He's great. I will be going to see him soon. He's been coming down here recently, but yeah, he's doing great. Biggest fear and biggest lesson of 2018. I don't know that I really had a biggest fear of 2018 because fear is a liar. And biggest lesson is really, I know I say it at the end of every video, to keep an open mind and to keep an open heart. They're different things. Your heart and your mind tell you very different things, but they both need to be open. and practicing unconditional compassion comes into play with me all of the time, and not taking shit from anyone. All of those things, biggest lessons, always, life motto. Follow up, what's the most annoying thing you have had to deal with as a YouTuber? I don't like drama. I really don't. I'm very focused on myself, my personal growth, and I watch YouTubers, but I don't feel as connected to YouTubers as I see audience connected to certain influencers. So to me, it's very annoying to see sheeple, to see people blindly following people, and to see the blind leading the blind. That is very annoying for me. And also seeing people feeling entitled to answers or to say so over other people's lives. And anytime this happens, because it happens to friends of mine and things like that, and they'll talk to me about the comments, or I'll see the comments, and people will say, well, you put your life out there, so, or you tell us this, so, and it's like, there's no so. If someone wants to cut something off, they get to cut something off. If someone doesn't want to share a certain part of their life anymore, they don't have to. If something happens in their life and part of it was public, but then they choose to keep the solution or the outcome private, they get to. We don't get dominion over someone else's life. That's annoying to me, because I'm just a no-nonsense kind of bitch, you know. I'm humble, but I'm also hood. So I don't put up with that bullshit, and I don't like when people act like they have say so. Anyhow, what are your favorite things to film? I love vlogging. I've been vlogging for almost 10 years now. A lot of my old vlogs are private, but vlogging is definitely my favorite thing to film. I've really been enjoying my yoga content. I do like new vegan product reviews too, because I think that's things that kind of interest people in plant-based eating. And I feel like my goal isn't necessarily to like, my channel's never been one of those channels that's like, go vegan. I like more like subtle activism, like, this is my lifestyle. Doesn't it look awesome? Maybe you'll try this meal, maybe you'll try this product. So for me, like, the new product reviews are really fun too, because I think it's a fun way to get people interested in eating more plants. Yeah. Do you feed your dog a vegan diet? No, I do not. No, I do not plan to. Have you ever seen a UFO? No, I have not. Joelle is my co-host on the Vegan Chub Club. I am currently looking for a co-host for the Garden of Eden podcast. So if you have suggestions for co-hosts, leave them down below. I have reached out to a few people, but if you have influencer friends that have a similar size audience to me that you would like to see us team up, I would love to hear your suggestions down below, because I want you to love the person as well. So that is all for this Q&A. Thank you all for your questions. I always appreciate you participating on these little Q&A videos. Actually, I take it back. These are my favorite videos to film, because they feel the closest to a live video. So like when I do lives, I love getting to like interact with you. So being able to answer exactly what you want to know, I feel like that's kind of my favorite thing, because it's the closest thing to a one-on-one like interaction that I get. So I changed my answer to my favorite things to film. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, remember to keep an open mind, keep an open heart, practice unconditional compassion, but don't take shit from anyone. I love you guys endlessly, and I hope you love yourselves even more. I'll talk to you really soon. Bye.